What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video we're talking about Paris corner fragrances, and I've gotten my hands on quite a few really good ones, and it seems to be ever evolving because here recently I got a few that are really good, so I felt like it was time to revamp 10 of my personal favorites from the brand that you can definitely find from Aroma Concepts, which is going to be linked down below, which is where most of these fragrances came from. They are an official distributor from Paris Corner. There's a discount code down there if you want to check anything out. Of course, no purchase necessary. You can just hang out, watch the video, and enjoy the topic, because I'm going to have some fun talking about this. Because while, you know, dupes, inspired fragrances, clones, and all that good stuff is never the end-all be-all for me. More times than not, I would say go the route of the original, but if you want to save some money and get a really good experience, and in some cases a really, really close experience, you might want to check some of these out. So stay tuned. Starting with a recent one that I got that sparked the idea in the first place. I wore it this week. It is Appletini in their Mawj line. This one in particular. So it's supposed to be inspired by apple brandy on the rocks from Kilian. Sure, smells similar to it. But the thing it smells the most like to me, I just love the sniff on it because of it. Boss bottled intense eau de parfum plus rum. Smells like boozy Boss bottled intense EDP. More so than apple brandy on the rocks to me. Sure, inspired by apple brandy on the rocks. No denying it, but that's what I relate to it most. Some will agree, some won't. I think it's fan-damn-tastic. I literally wore it like 3 days ago. I've been enjoying this one, this line in particular. I've got 2 out of the 3 in this line, and the other one's in this video, don't worry. And they're both amazing, so naturally I want to give the third one an opportunity, which is like a twist on Angel Share. I got plenty of stuff that smells like Angel Share. I sure don't need it, but the 2 I do have in this line made me a believer. Man, performance is really solid, around 8 hours in longevity, about an hour, hour and a half of projection, nothing crazy, some decent sillage. But if you're looking for something in the realm of a Boss Bottled Intense CDP and you like boozy fragrances and apple brandy on the rocks, you know, you'll probably like this. It's Appletini. Now, I'm a fan of Ambroxan. Not everybody is. A lot of people are, but not everybody. It's kind of a split crowd. I would call it 50-50. Probably more so than anything else. But this one in particular is a very well-rounded daily wear modern fragrance for men. You get some fresh fruity pear that doesn't add a bunch of sweetness. That's one of the beauties of pear note in fragrances. It's not going to add any sweetness, but give you that fresh fruity smell. You get some musk, you get some spice, you get the shower gel. It's soothing Zephyr in the vein of Le Labo's Another 13. This is one of the best fragrances I've gotten this year from this brand. I haven't smelled the original yet. My man Kix Griffey sent me a travel atomizer of Another 13. It's in my P.O. box that I'm going to literally after we're done with this video, and I'm got it uploaded. On my way to the gym, I'm going to get it out my P.O. box, and we'll be comparing it. I don't know how accurate it is yet. I'm about to find out. But if this is even 80 to 85% similar to the original, that's great as an alternative to the original, but I'm just judging it as it stands. This is a damn good fragrance, regardless of how accurate of a clone or inspired fragrance it may be. I'm just judging. Anytime I try the clone or inspired fragrance before I try the original, you have no choice but to judge it as an individual, as they should be anyways. But in this case, I think this is well-rounded. If you don't want to spend a lot of money and you want something that's a great everyday masculine option, that's really likable, check out Soothing Zephyr. From something very masculine to something playful, bordering feminine technically, but it's a fun fragrance. I suggest you try it if you get an opportunity. It's Khair Pistachio, Yum Pistachio Gelato inspired fragrance. This one's a bit fresher because this fragrance is like Lattafa's Affection, which is more creamy. This is a bit more bright and airy. This is more of that minty geranium going for it, but you still get the booze, the sweet creamy tone. This has that whipped cream, cotton candy kind of thing going. Nice hit of rum. Of course, the Pistachio Gelato ice cream accord. This is such a fun fragrance. Every time I talk about it, that's the word I use. Fun. It's playful. The settings to wear this one is nothing serious. This is those fun activity night outs, not dinner dates with your lady. She might want to wear this, and even then, it's still, any ladies watching this that like this type of profile, I'm sure you could agree, fun night out. bowling, top golf, go and have drinks, casual night, just a casual, fun night out with some type of event, going to the movies, just anything that's nothing in a real romantic setting or more intimate stuff, or banquets, something a bit more serious and formal. Take that kind of stuff out of the realm of where you might want to wear this. Sure, you can do what you want, but as far as appropriateness, this is just a fun casual night out. It's playful. It's a little heavy and sweet and cloying for daytime in the warm weather, but like I said, good old casual night out. You're having a good time. You can smell like you're having a good time too. Khair Pistachio. Now this one, oh buddy. I've heard two different things. I've heard Guerlain's Cherry Oud, which the notes seem to be very relatable to that, like almost the exact same. I think it's the same note breakdown. And then somebody else told me another one. So tomato, whatever it is, I don't care. I'm just judging it as it is. But Ophidian Black Cherry. I recently got this entire line. And Mango Bliss, which is a God of Fire dupe, is great. But Black Cherry, this is the one that I prefer of the three. Sweet Surrender, my wife already confiscated that one. That's her style. All three are good, by the way. The whole line is fantastic. But it's got this slightly sour, dark cherry, smoke, spices, dense wood. It's got this warm wood feel that's, not real oud funk or anything like that, but has a warm wood tone. Like I said, it's dark, it's ambery, it's rich and smoky. It's beautiful. Unisex, but for a cherry fragrance, has a masculine lean to it. I find nothing serious. When it's cherry dominant, it's never going to be fully a masculine fragrance. But even stuff like Memories from the Gate Fragrances, which is straight up cherry tobacco, cherry pipe tobacco with a dark smoke accord, like an actual smoke accord, not incense. Even that, though very masculine, still it's dominated by cherry, And if you like cherry fragrances, you owe it to yourself, especially for the money. For around $35-40, this is pretty damn hard to beat. The quality here is actually really good. Surprisingly good. It doesn't smell cheap and synthetic. They're all synthetic, but it's not cheap smelling is my main thing here. As you can see, I can't stop sniffing it. And the bottles are actually pretty cool as well. As you can see, cap clicks really hard into place. So definitely worth checking out. It's Ophidian Black Cherry. Now this one came out towards the beginning of the year. It's like Tuxedo, but a whole lot of cedar wood. And it doesn't smell like the cheapest cedar wood out there. I can't stand a super cheap cedar wood smell. But Rifaaqat Adorn, this is damn good, and I'm finally starting to get into the weather where I can enjoy this one more, because this is a heavier fragrance. This is a more evening out type of scent. This is warm benzoin, patchouli, vanilla, pepper, all the tuxedo elements, plus a very hefty prominence of cedar wood. This just smells fantastic. This is more inspired by than clone of. Cedar's in the top, I believe. No, it's in the heart, because on these, the notes are printed on the back. Gotta love it. I love when they do that. I have several Paris Corner fragrances where they print the notes on the bottle. It's just convenient because you got cedar wood, and then you also have coriander, is kind of a woody spice, cooking spice. You have tree moss, which can come across woody, and then you have woody notes in the base as well. So a lot of woody elements to this. It's basically a woody twist on Tuxedo. I think it's better than getting just a straight up dupe of Tuxedo personally, because there's a bunch of really good clones of it. I think this is more inspired. It's so good. It's just so good. Nothing more I can say other than it's just so good. Performance is great too. It's Rifaaqat Adorn. Now then, the other that I have in the line, Moscow Mule. Love the frosted glass with the baby blue. Yes, you'll see on the internet people talking about the similarity to Nautical Voyage in the opening. Sure. Similar fresh, watery, fruity smell, but this is more citruses than it is like apple. Nautical Voyage is more of an apple smell, but I get the relation. The big difference here, though, is you have some fresh greens, you have mint, you have ginger to spice things up, so it's like this spicy green minty core to the fragrance, like the heart of the fragrance, with all that fresh, watery citrus, clean musk. Yeah, this is that jam. This is like really, really good. We're going to sniff on this one on skin for a little bit. It's so uplifting. It really... 2 sprays for the gym. And look, I don't wear fragrances to the gym like that. Not often. Just once in a while I get compelled. It's like, yeah, this smells really good. So I technically got 3 sprays on. There's that spice, that spicy green minty. Oh, just so good. I'm so torn on which I like more. They're both just so damn good. Totally worth grabbing, by the way. Totally worth. If I had to pick like The two most fun fragrances from them I've smelled in a while is these two from this line, Appletini and Moscow Mule. I can't say enough good things about them. They're bright, they're fun, they're fresh. Obviously, Appletini's a richer, heavier, sweeter fragrance. It's booze and apple and stuff like that. But boy, this is just lively and uplifting. Performance is average, nothing crazy, not a weak fragrance, not a strong fragrance, just kind of falls right down in the middle. And it smells fantastic. It really does. Oh, and this is supposed to be Killian's Blue Moon Ginger Splash. Have to throw out what it's inspired by, right? It's Moscow Mule. Here's another one that's got the notes on the bottle that you Chanel Allure Sport Edition Blanche buffs might enjoy. Not a strong performer, like a 4 or 5 hour fragrance in longevity at best, about an hour of projection. They're affordable, the bottles are great, and the quality here is decent. This is one where they use some decent oils. This is the Autobiography line. This is Citron Vanille. Citron Vanille, and this is that creamy citrus vanilla smell. Allure Edition Blanche. And they did a really good job with it. This is my favorite of the four. I have all four in this line. Gigantic, hefty, thick base glass. I forgot how many ml it is. 2.2 ounce. It's a 65 ml. Oddball number, I get it. Fragrance smells good. They're super affordable. The bottles are really nice. Kind of hard to beat. You're going to spend a lot less than you would on Allure Sport Edition Blanche. Again, it's got that creamy lemon meringue kind of thing going because of the creaminess of the vanilla and the brightness of the citrus. You got lemon and bergamot. Vanilla's even in the top, according to this one. The tonka bean doesn't make it as powdery as tonka bean typically does in a lot of fragrances. But again, temper your expectations in performance. This is one that you got to be mindful of it. I personally get about 4 to 5 hours as far as longevity, a good solid hour of projection. It's Autobiography's Citron Vanille. Now, I love 1 Million Prive. I would not recommend buying it from eBay sellers. Just get Pendora Sense Line's Milano Prive from Paris Corner. It's a dead ringer. Now, look, I honestly don't wear it. I've worn it 2 or 3 times for testing purposes for when I did a full review. I recommend it to you guys because I don't think it's necessary to spend the extra money to get 1 Million Prive. I have 2 bottles of 1 Million Prive. So when I want 1 Million Prive, I just wear 1 Million Prive. But if you don't have that luxury, this is the way to go. This is more than serviceable. This is a great replacement. It's a 1-to-1, pretty much direct copy in my opinion. You get that ambery, tobacco, sweet cinnamon smell that is 1 Million Prive. Just like I said, 50 mLs are even going to run you 150 range, I believe. 100 ml bottles are in the 200 plus range. It's just not worth it when you get this between $20 and $30. It's not like there's some big quality gap. Paco Rabanne fragrances are not high quality synthetics. They are very designer smelling. When you hear the word designer smelling, it's that cheaper synthetic, unnatural smell that people speak of. And this matches it. Look, that doesn't mean bad smell when I say that, because there's some super cheap smelling fragrances that I still think out in the air are beautiful. This is one. This is on the cheaper synthetic smelling side, but it smells fantastic. It's so charismatic. This will absolutely pull people in. Again, save yourself the money if you want 1 Million Prive and just get Milano Prive. Now, we talked about its flanker. It's only right we talk about its original, because to this day, I still think if you're not going to spend the money on Baby Cat, just get Rifaaqat. I got Rifaaqat before I got a decan of Baby Cat, and then got a bottle of Baby Cat, which, as a matter of fact, it just happens to be within arm's reach. Baby Cat's right here. It's, as far as the profile, dead ringer. Quality is the difference. This does not go on par. Now, look, when you smell this one first, like, damn, that's pretty good quality. Then you smell Baby Cat, you're like, oh, there's the difference in price. That's what it is. So you're not going to get a $300 smelling fragrance in quality. You need to temper your expectations when it comes to these clones you can get for $25, $30, $35, $40. You really need to. But you go into it with the expectation and the hope of a really close experience, and that's where this one shines. This is a really close experience because as far as the nuance to it, the way it develops, the accords, just the profile in general, they nailed it in my opinion. This smells like Baby Cat, just a more affordable version. It doesn't smell cheap. Even when you compare it to Baby Cat, it just smells lesser than. Doesn't mean bad, it means lesser than, because it just doesn't match in quality. The raw materials used are of different quality. But when you compare to some others, like prime example, this smells much higher quality than this, the fragrance we just talked about. And I'm sitting here praising both of them for how good they smell. So I want to make sure to give you perspective on exactly what I mean. This is vanilla, smoked, spiced, and woodsy. It's peppered vanilla. It's got this burnt wood smell. It's so intoxicating. It really is. They absolutely nailed this fragrance. And I've recommended it many times over the years, and I'll continue to do so because it is that damn good. Paris Corner's Rifaaqat. Last but not least, my favorite inspiration of afternoon swim. It's so bright, fresh, and watery. It is in their North Stag line. This is Quatre, number 4. Love the bottles. Love, love, love the bottles in this line. 3 of the 4 are amazing. Trois, not really all that good. It's not bad. I just don't think it's that great when you compare it to the other ones. That one's supposed to be like Imagination. This one's Afternoon Swim. It's my favorite. It's the one I wear the most. De, which is Leighton, and which is Tigar, are both amazing as well. But this is the one I reach for the most. It's just so bright and fresh. The color of the bottle's fitting. It is mandarin orange. It's watery, juicy, bright, fresh. The ginger gives it crispness. It just brightens this damn thing up. It's all about the clean, watery orange and musk. It's a simple fragrance, but it smells amazing. And average performance from this one. I get 6 hours, believe it or not, for as fresh as it is. Stuff actually is a decent performer, I gotta say. So, yeah, they have Sunset Swim from Luciano, and that's a juicier profile. This is a fresher profile. They're both really good. It just depends. Do you want bright and fresh and airy, or do you want more rich and juicy? However you like your orange, you can have it your way. But for me, I did a battle between the two, and I slightly prefer this one. It's Paris Corner's North Stag Quatre. Well, that's the 10 that I wanted to discuss with you guys here today. I appreciate you checking out the video. Again, check out Aroma Concepts down in the link below if you want to get your hands on any of these, because that's literally... Did any of these not come from them? Milano Prive I bought on eBay from a seller. And I think that's it. I think the other 9 came from Aroma Concepts. So these came by way of them. You know, I sure appreciate them. Again, check them out below if you want to. If not, that's okay. I appreciate you checking out the video nonetheless. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Yeah, have a good one.